Hey everyone, welcome to day 3 of your patterned hand project. Today we are going to be working on the background to your hand. So far, day 1, just a quick review, we did the border with different lines, shapes, and patterns and different designs, outlined them with Sharpie, colored them in with crayon. Day 2, we did all of the lines on our hand. Today, we are going to be doing the background. I'm going to give you 2 different options for the background. If you have watercolors available to you, you can use those as the first choice. If you do not have those available to you, you can just use crayons. The colors we are going to be using are the 3 warm colors: yellow, orange, and red. Remember, warm colors remind us of fire and of the sun and of heat. They are very energetic colors. They are very bold colors. They grab your attention the fastest. Like stop signs are red. If you saw a bright red car on the street, you would probably notice it first. So those 3 colors are what we are going to be using today. I'm going to show you both options, and I'm going to start with watercolors. So we are going to be working light to dark. So yellow is going to be the first color we're going to use. Then we're going to transition into orange, and then we're going to finish it off with red. So what I'm going to do is take my pencil and do a very, very light line on where I want the yellow to stop, okay? Because we want this to be broken down into thirds. So my yellow is going to be here, orange in the middle, red down at the bottom. And you want those to be almost even. So I'm going to take my paintbrush and my water cup and make sure my paintbrush is nice and clean. And I'm going to swirl my paintbrush around the yellow paint. Make sure you get a lot on there. And then I'm just going to paint that top part. And remember, when you're using your paintbrush, you want to be nice and gentle with it. You want it to have a nice ponytail. You don't want it to have a bad hair day. That's what I tell my little kindergartners. So my 5th graders, you should definitely know this by now. So we're painting nice and neat, very gentle. You might need a little bit more water, but not too much, because if you put too much water on, your paper is just going to get waterlogged, and then it could rip, and it's harder to handle. Now I have to make sure that I stop at that line that I drew. Make sure you get in between the fingers. Almost done with the yellow. Okay, so the yellow is done. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move on to the orange. So I'm going to get my paintbrush nice and clean and then dip it in the orange paint and paint that middle. Now I don't really want to see stripes. I want to see these colors blend together. So what you're going to do is just kind of feather your paintbrush up and down so that those 2 colors blend nicely. I'm going to do this all the way across. And I'm just noticing that that yellow you can't really see on your screen. It looks like there's a glare. So let me see if I can fix that here a little bit. So you can kind of see if I hold it up, you can see where that yellow is. So that yellow fading into orange. So I'm just going to continue on. I know that color looks really light on your screen, but I'm not starting over. So you guys can just deal with it. All right. Almost done. Okay, now I'm ready for the red. Blend those together. Now, the more water you add to your watercolor tray, the lighter the color is going to be. So if you don't add a ton of water, your color is going to be much darker. Almost done. Okay, so now the red is complete. If you are having a difficult time with your colors blending together, then what you can do is take your paintbrush with just a little bit of water and then just kind of go in, and it should blend a little bit nicer. So there is option one. Let this dry and then snap a photo of it, and this project is complete. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. So I'm going to show you option number two if you do not have watercolors available to you. If you do not have watercolors available to you, then you are just going to be using the 3 warm colors in crayons. And what you're going to do is you're just going to, same thing, start with your yellow, and your yellow will be at the top. And kind of put your your crayon on its side and go up and down. So you have your yellow, and then it's going to go into orange. It's almost going to look like tie-dye. And then you can go into red. And then you can just do that in your background. Okay, I know it's kind of light, but I'll hold it up so you guys can see it a little bit better. So you can just do that in your background if you don't have watercolors available to you. And like I said, once you complete the project, take a photo of it and then upload it into our Google Classroom. Okay, thanks guys.